Tonight's show is sponsored by something every driver needs in their corner, the Gulu A3 Jump Starter with air compressor. This beast delivers 3,000 amps of instant power, restarting dead 12V batteries, even in extreme cold or heat. Whether you drive gas or diesel, just hit the boost button and go. But it's more than a jump starter. It's a 5-in-1 lifesaver. Tire inflator, power bank, LED flashlight, and SOS emergency light. With 5 inflation modes, 150 PSI pressure, and a smart LED screen, it can inflate a tire in just 1 minute. Plus, it's built with 10 layers of protection, from short circuits to overheating, so you're covered from driveway to highway. Don't wait for trouble. Get peace of mind, power, and performance in one sleek device. The link to this affordable, game-changing deal is in the description. Tap in now.
Tonight, we're diving into a world that worships hustle, where rest feels like rebellion. We're told to grind harder, move faster, prove our worth. But what if the most radical thing we could do is pause? This is the Burnout Gospel, a sacred invitation to reclaim rhythm, restore soul, and remember, you are not a machine. You are a miracle. From spiritual traditions to revolutionary ancestors, from boardrooms to bedrooms, we're rewriting the story. Rest is not weakness. Rest is wisdom. So take a breath, take your place, and let's get locked into the movement. This is the world premiere Word on the Streets begins now. Greetings, and welcome to the world premiere Word on the Streets. We're live every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Don't miss out. After a week full of noise, confusion, and constant distractions, this is the show that cuts through the clutter. It's the hour of the week where real talk meets real truth. We bring conversations that challenge the status quo and stir something deeper in the soul. This isn't just commentary. It's clarity, purpose, and elevation. When you tune in, you're not just watching, you're waking up. A place where common sense still matters and lives. So ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake, this is the world premiere Word on the Streets. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your hearts and hands together for the man who discovered his purpose and lives it loud, Larry Extraordinaire Moten, and the motivator born to ignite minds and shift atmospheres, the amazing Keith Fletcher, and the man who brings clarity to the chaos with the voice of reason you can't ignore, the one and only Mr. Vincent Craig. Make no mistake, there is no word without our host. Welcome to the movement, welcome to the message, welcome to the world premiere, Word on the Street.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to the show. Welcome to world premiere Word on the Streets. We're so excited to be here with you all. Ladies and gentlemen, as you all probably already noticed, it's just the two of us, the amazing, the one and only, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Keith Fletcher. Y'all know him. You see his logo in the background, The Blind Truth. Gotta get your mind right. This man is the motivator himself, and we're fortunate on world premiere Word on the Street to have him exclusively tonight with us, Mr. Keith Fletcher.
What up? Thank you, buddy. I like that.
Hey.
You brought
Yes,
me in.
sir.
Let me
So
say something.
good to see you, brother.
Hey, good to see you too. But let me go back to that commercial. Man,
I know, man. We missed it. Got the wrong one.
No, that was a good one, man, about that jumpstart thing, man, for the car. Like, I got 5 cars with my kids. I done did in the last month, though, I done 3 batteries, man. I'm telling you that, and put the air in the tire. I gotta go get that. I gotta go get that.
Yeah. That is a good deal. That is a good deal, man, and it's very affordable.
Very affordable. I saw that, man. I got to go click on that link because you can get that jump started, but you don't get all them other things with that. Like you said,
That's
apps and
right. It's like a 5-in-1.
five
And
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 one.
the link is in the description
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
friends.
yeah, man. We just couldn't skip by that. I was in there like, wait a minute. Yeah. So especially when the weather's changing, people need that, man. They need that for their battery, man. The weather changes, so yeah, I went through that. So I just want to, but I know hey, that's off topic, but yeah, but
No, man, absolutely, man. That is a good item, brother. That is a very good item. I'm just so excited, Fletcher. I am so excited, friends. I am extraordinaire, and Fletcher and I, as you all know, we've been walking together. We've been married for a long time now, friends, and we're coming to you all joint together. Let me just say, in behalf of Vincent Craig, he sent words out to you all to let you all know he's very disappointed that he can't join us tonight, but he knows that you all are in good hand, and I know we're in good hand because I know if I got Keith Fletcher on the field, we gonna score some touchdown, y'all. I'm telling you, we gonna score some touchdown tonight. We're gonna get it on. We're gonna get it on. We're gonna get it on, and we're gonna chop it up. Go ahead on, bro. Go ahead
you can't
on. Talk to me.
you can't score by one by yourself. It take a team. So man, we together. Let's go.
That's well said. Uh, y'all see what I'm talking about right there. The brothers always bringing the gospel, huh? So so when you just throw out a word, he gonna tell you, wait a minute now. You forgot the footnote extra. The
Yeah.
footnote says it takes a village, it
Mhm.
takes a team. All right. So with that being said, friends, we're gonna chop it up tonight about burnout gospel, and everybody, we're all working, and I don't hear it as much as I used to hear it. But at one point, Fletcher, in a lot of the rap songs and a lot of things we used to hear on the network is that I can sleep when I'm dead. In other words, everything was work, 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 gimme, 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 take, take, take. Everything was constantly 24/7. And so this is why we're talking about this thing, because everything now we've been told, and since things are told to us repeatedly, it have a tendency to start being a belief. So we start believing what we hear repeatedly, that you must stay busy, you must stay doing this, you must stay doing that. And you keep doing those things and you get burned out. And here's the thing, friends. You will get burned out if you're doing those things to please others, for others. But you have to get real with yourself. What is it you want? What are your goals? And you strive, you get in your lane, so to speak. I know that's a overused phrase, but it's a good phrase. Stay in your lane. Some people may need 8 hours of sleep. You may need 6. Some may need 10 hours. You may need 6 or 7. Some people need certain things, and that's good for those certain people. Get in tune and calibrate your body for what your body needs, and work on that and develop that. Now, there's a whole litany of steps, procedures, and process. And we're going to try to cover some of this stuff as we go along through the show. But I think I said enough. Let's open up the floodgate. Keith Fletcher, let's feel you, brother.
Well, I just want to, I know people probably sitting there talking about, man, what's going on, the climate of the United States right now, what we going through, layoffs, you know, talking about the government closed, wars going on, stopping SNAP benefits. There's a lot of things going on. So I know a lot of people say, man, I can't give rest. I got to do for my family. I got to catch up. We chasing. So I like to say that thing is I rest when I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? Keith, you don't understand. Sure, now y'all don't understand, man. I can't lay down right now, and I get it. I've been there. I don't work 2 full-time jobs. You know what I'm saying? Full-time job and a part-time job, and went to school. I done did it. But over the time, for me, I started seeing. I'm sorry. It's just like this. My dad is a mechanic, and he told me one day, boy, you mechanic inclined. Words are powerful. I say that all the time. So when I would work on the car and I couldn't figure it out, I would call my dad. And I'm working, and he would tell me, I said, Dad, it's this. He said, boy, I'm telling you, you're frustrated. You need to step away. I said, now I remember. He said, man, I'm telling you, you're frustrated. You need to step away. Leave it alone. Walk away. Let it go. And I would come back. I would listen to him, and I would come back. And as soon as I come back, I would see the problem and figure it out. Every time. So fast forward, I got a son. He's 20 years old. I told him the same thing, you mechanic inclined, and the same thing. My son tried to do something. I'm like, hey, you're frustrated, son. And he was like, nah, well, what I'm saying is, you need rest. We would go after something so hard. We'll go after something and thinking that you're getting ahead, and you're really not getting ahead. You know what I'm saying? You get more frustrated, you get more weary, you get more and you worry. All this stuff started sooner or later, you're gonna crash out. Mm-hmm. I understand what's going on again, the climate of America, the climate what's going on, and what we're talking about right now might seem like, man, how can I rest? Is it time to rest? Because all we need, rest right now, all we need is one idea.
That's right.
And how you use your time, using it wisely, but you gotta have rest. You gotta have rest. You gotta rest your mind to think about that idea. Because what it is, you got so much on your mind. Even like I've been there, it's right now when you can't even sleep. Your mind is going. You're talking in your sleep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can feel yourself. You really ain't sleep, but you sleep, but you talking in your. That's when you're going, man. You wake up saying something at your work, at the job, that you done said. Your wife done told you snoring. Now you snoring. Never snored before. You snoring loud. It's because your body is not resting. So yes, it's very important over time to rest. You know what I'm saying? To find that peace for you. Find that peace to say, hey, what can I use to get me to lay and just rest my mind, rest my nerve, rest it. And it might be just simple like what you be saying extraordinary about when you're talking to yourself. Words of what you tell? When you give a good, I can't think of the name, but when you're saying good things about yourself, telling yourself.
Oh yeah, affirmations.
It might be just you just taking 15 minutes out and give yourself a word of affirmation. It might take you there to calm you down, or like when you come in the door, find something today to get that off you so you can relax. Because sometimes we carry that in, but yeah, this also thing. Because like I say, when I worked 2 jobs and I did that stuff, and back then, let me show you the difference between now and back then. Back then, all we had was work. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you had to go to school to get the skill or certificate. With no certification, you had to go to a college. You had to go somewhere 4 years, 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Now there's so much information out here to fast forward to help you through things. But I think we're so wrapped up. Like I said, we're not resting. We're not taking time out, and we're being distracted. Again, that's the word right there. We're being very.
That's the key. That's a big word.
That's the word right there. Distraction. We've been and we're not being intentional on what we want. Because I ask most people, like, what do you really want? What do you really want to do? What do you want? And man, I'm telling you, most people don't really know what they want to do. They try to just survive. They're just really trying to survive. Even like people say, what's my purpose? You know what I'm saying? And they say, well, the job is my purpose. It's getting this money. And that ain't purpose. It should be
paying these bills is my purpose.
Hell no, you ain't gonna be rich. That's all on your mind. You right, you can't lay down and rest. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a better way of life for that, man. So that's what I'm saying about, we talking about taking time off, relaxing you. It's just like it's a mindset. It ain't just going to sleep all the time. It's for real. It's learning ways to meditate, to relax your mind. You know what I'm saying? Learning ways to I remember I used to work and I would work through my lunch. And I remember I had got a new manager. and he came by. He said, "Man, do you take your lunch?" I said, "No, I don't take no lunch, man. I got to get this stuff done." And he's like, "No, you got to take your lunch." Like, man, I got stuff. And I'm telling you, when I started taking my lunch, I was until taking my break, I was more proficient when I took my time, you know what I'm saying, than when I was working through my lunch. So, you know what I'm saying? That's that walk away, you frustrated, irritated. So,
You know, I often feel uh, where I used to feel, and some of you all listening right now may feel the same way as Fletcher was explaining that you know, you feel like you take a break, you feel guilty. You know, you feel kind of guilty, like you ought to be doing something. You know, you ought to. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I really used to feel that way. That I you know, I wasted time when man, I could have been doing something. And now, where did that come from? Why do we feel that way?
that's
It,
a,
it,
that's a training. Somebody, you've been trained, but so that, then you have an old way of, times are different how we came up and what they are now. You know what I'm saying? Back then, like I was telling my daughter, like, that's right. And then my daughter was talking about the phone. She said, "Dad, I'm just amazed that y'all don't know how to use this. Y'all still have problems with these cell phones." I said, "Baby, we came back from a time when it was a rotary phone." I said, "We came back from a time when it took the internet. You hit it. You know what I'm saying? We came back from a time when you had text message. You could put little codes to tell something. So coming at our mind had to react to a lot of changes, but it still remember those days. Our mind's still there.
yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
came up strictly with these cell phones, so it's nothing else but to know with this. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing
yeah,
else, but we still have. Man, I remember when it was like this. Why it can't be like that? Why we got?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? All that stuff in our mind because our mind don't like what we always say. Don't like change.
yeah,
Don't like change. So it's things that like you hear somebody. I don't want to learn about no new phone. You know what I'm saying? Because they had a time what they remember in their head. So, but when you came up with nothing but I tell her, we're saying that today. This is what you know. So it's easy for you to do those things. So you know what I'm saying? Those things, something simple as that. The phone, the baby, they get up two, and we up there stressed out, like, man, looking at this, I gotta do what? I don't want to do all that. So the stress level of things back then to where we came from, like I told her, like we were doing a rotary phone. We had 3 TV channels. I said, look how many streamings and all this stuff they got now. You know what I'm saying? And in our mind, we said they don't take all that. But they mind, you know what I'm saying? Like, Lord, we got to go hit this app to get to that. Well, I mean, why, you fighting the process, but they don't understand them. But it's always been like this. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's just even like sleep. We were taught to work hard. You know what I'm saying? And the world done changed on us that moved forward. That is where it's like really working smarter. You know what I'm saying? We got things to make things faster, and that's what I said. The world to speed up, and as it's speeding up, we ain't speeding up with it. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
how we're doing things, I think that's what it is, man. We was taught to work hard, go work. You know what I'm saying? Get you a second job. Like I said, when I lost everything, I say that all the time. My education level was I just knew that I got one job and I knew to get a second job. I didn't know after that. I didn't know about investing. I didn't know about all these other things that were available. Wasn't aware of those things. So yeah.
So y'all hear what he's saying? He put a lot on the table. And here's something, a caveat I got from a lot of what you were saying, Fletcher. Here's a key word, friends. I want y'all to grab onto it and put it on a hook. Focus. Focus.
Yeah.
He because you talked about, not only do we have the outside world, and the outside world is a lot. That's a lot. I mean, y'all know that's a lot. We got We got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. We got a lot. We have a lot out there that's just outside of us. And then we have our kids who came up, as Fletcher described, in a whole different world of utilizing technology, and they get an instant quickness. Everything is press a button, bam, is there. And some of us came from a different era, as he explained, where it's a dial up before you get online on the internet and you hear. I mean, it's a delay. It's a delay. So that's you have that. You have the outside world. Then you got your job world, dealing with all those different personalities coming from different way of the way they was brought up. John Jones was brought up from that kind of family. Sally was brought up from that kind of family. Sue, I mean, we got all of that, all of that. And friends, I can see why 92% of people living in America feel they are burnt out. I know why we're burnt out. We're dealing with all of that. And if you're not focused, it's so easy to be distracted. Distracted. Because how in the world can you how in the world can you connect, do this? You behind on your mortgage, and you got this second job, but maybe if I get that third job, then I'll be just over the hump. But then I need time to spend time with these folks, and I also need time for myself, and I need to be able to do these things. That's a lot of stuff pulling you in all different directions. And if we don't step back, Fletcher, and dial in on ourselves and focus, get narrow, friends. Word on the street community, get narrow, get dialed in on yourself and focus. If you don't do that, you're gonna be in the club of the burnout gospel, as 92% of people in America are in right now. Go ahead on, brother.
But like then we got dating. Dating is different than now. Dating is with the app.
Oh man, another great point.
Dating. Yeah. Even your kids, how they teach your kids now. Back in the day, assignments like our kids, they get to do over. You know what I'm saying? So that you missed the assignment, you failed it. Now they get it just teaching. Our kids are totally different. The way you're teaching the kids these days are different. You know what I'm saying? So technology done changed a lot of things too. So we it made it easy, but it's frustrating too. Like you're saying, it's frustrating too. Especially for you older. You know what I'm saying? You trying to date, you're single mother, single. You know what I'm saying? And you trying to date, then you got a job laying you off. You trying to figure out this car is so much. Then you got to look at social media. You're seeing everybody else living a great life. You know what I'm saying? Now that's distract you in your head. You know what I'm saying? Why you don't how they have this, you know. So though all these things are keeping you distracted, you're not focused on what. And then I did a show on Facebook and YouTube. I talk about a series about planning, protection, and investing. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, so when you're distracted and you just trying to survive, you can't plan anything. You can't protect nothing. And you more desperate ain't investing in that. And investing just don't mean money. Investing in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Investing in your so
Invest in yourself.
yeah. So yeah, that's a lot, man. And like I said, the world is moving faster, man. It's moving. It's up today, man. I got up, went to the gym. I get up early because I tell my kids I get up at 3:45. You know what I'm saying? And I still don't have enough time. You know what I'm saying? I still feel that I don't have enough time because by the time I went to the gym, I came home, ate, Dr. White, then we went to the store, come back, it's like 1:30. I'm like, man, it's 1:30. You know what I'm saying? Like the time is moving, man. So, and like I said, think about it. If that's true, then any little thing can distract you, and now you done missed out. Like I said, and that's what I think you feel like, showing that when you say, man, I feel guilty. Yeah, because sometimes I would get like that and say, dang,
That's just what I wanted to ask you right then and there. Why don't you speak to that man or that woman right now who may feel guilty for taking a rest, taking a break? Speak to that person.
But I'm gonna tell you what a person told me, and my style is different than somebody else, because I live a different life, and I was feeling like that one day. I was jumping up, like I say, I get up at 3:45, so that's my goal every morning. So sometimes I would miss it, you know what I'm saying? Then when I miss it, it messed the whole routine up, you know what I'm saying? I got to do this, then I'm frustrated, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm feeling guilty about not doing what I said I'm gonna do because I'm serious about my goals, I'm serious about things. So I had my sister-in-law tell me, and I was telling her about it, like, man, I hate. She say, you're a man of leisure. I said, what do you say? She said, what are you stressing for? You know what I'm saying? You know, man of life, to be a man of leisure, you don't have to do those things at that time. But the powerful thing, when she told me, I was like, wow. And I had to think about it. Yeah, what am I rushing for? Did anything gonna change if I'm losing it? You know what I'm saying? I start, so every time I get, and I'm words, like I say, words are powerful to me now. Every time I start getting to that point, now I tell myself, you know, I'm a man of leisure. Something simple as that. That moment for me to just say, what, you know what I'm saying? Because when I'm at that point, I'm stressing myself out. I'm stressing my wife out. I'm frustrating my kids. You know what I'm saying? All this happens when I'm on that thing. So I found a word for me to say, hey, I'm a man of leisure. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
that works for me. And I say when I another thing that worked for me, you have them all the time. I journal. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
journal. You know what I'm saying? I had a friend of mine, and we laugh about it now. He used to make. Always had a list. He'd have a list, and I used to laugh like, man, what you got that list for? He said, man, I go by and mark it out. I said, what? He said, but the crazy thing about it, it never ends. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
it worked for him. Having that list made it that he could see that he marked something out. It might be one thing, but he got something done. You know what I'm saying? So are you really looking at what you're doing? Whatever you need to find, you got to find some way to connect with you to see the message. Because that did bother me. But using that for me, it was that. You know what I'm saying? And really not stressing and getting something done and then being happy if I got something done. At least I did this. I got up. I did my training.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah.
Yeah. Getting something done feeds that dopamine, doesn't it?
See that dopamine, like yeah. And even like, let me show you something, so now. But even like if I don't do nothing, I gotta give myself humble myself and say I needed rest. You know what I'm saying? That's what we talk about. You got to give yourself rest. There's nothing wrong with rest. That's
Amen.
all a part of the game too. Your body got to heal and recover. So now that I do, you know what I'm saying, take a nap. You know, we talk about nap. Take a nap. If I do, I
Right.
don't feel good about it because I remember one time, true story, when I first had cancer and I came out of it and I wasn't working and but I'm coming back. I'm getting strong. I'm working out. So I'm talking to my wife one day and I'm frustrated and she say, why don't you go in there and take a nap? I said, man, I don't take no nap, man. What's wrong with you? I'm not. So I go walking around the neighborhood, and I come back, and the next day, my wife showed a picture of me. I'm on the bed, passed out, man. I was exhausted. And she said, listen, like, thought you don't take no nap.
Mr. No Map
Yeah,
Man.
take no nap, man. You know, hey, but after that day, I started taking naps. But I was saying, but like, yeah, you got to respect. But I was like, I don't take no nap. I'm man. When I would walk around, I'm talking. I took a long walk, you know, getting it, man. I got that bed. I had my clothes, shoes, and everything on. Man, she took the picture up to show me. So, nah, but we need to do that, man. We do. I know we talking about it, but you got to find a way. And you know, I always say to people like, nobody gonna give you that time either. You got to make it for yourself. You got to find a way, you know what I'm saying, and reinforce that because you need that. You know what I'm saying? The body need to rejuvenate, the mind need to rejuvenate. You got to get it and find a way. Like me, my time is 3:45. It's quiet. Nobody's there. You know what I'm saying? And I can talk to the Most High. I can meditate and I can study. That's the best time for me. So that's the time I pick.
Friends, if you are enjoying the show, why don't you take a moment and click that button right over there next to your finger and subscribe. Click like
You
and
got
leave a comment. Let Fletcher and I know how much you're enjoying the show, or tell us some suggestion that you think could improve the show. We value your comments so very much, friends. I want to point out something before we go to a break that I believe is worth you hearing again. Fletcher just spoke some golden nuggets, friends, that I don't want you to miss. Because I asked him, what would he tell that man or woman who out there who's listening and feel guilty when you take a break? Fletcher said, here's some things that work for me. He said he self-talk. He talked to himself. He gives himself some affirmations to himself. Write that down. Secondly, he said he journaling. Journaling help you to get out your frustration. Journaling help you to just get whatever it is that knot in your stomach. It help you to erase that knot away. Write that down. He also said that you have to mandate your time. If you're married in a household, if you're living with someone or what have you, you have to carve out and you have to carve your time. In fact, he went strong about it and said you have to demand, and I hope, am I getting you right, Fletcher? You have to demand your time. Write that down, friends. And lastly, he reiterated what we've been saying from the beginning of this show. We have to learn to focus in on ourselves and not feel guilty. See, all of that, all of those things, and it takes work. If you're a person who always striving, always trying to move forward, you do those things, it will help you overcome that guilt feeling. Did I miss something, my brother, before we go on break?
Perfect said, man. Perfect said. And like I say, when you leaving it also, hey, if you leave a comment, tell us what you use. Those no questions we have, and what do you use to overcome those things? I'm gonna go right in the comments, things that you use, things that you do. You know what I'm saying? Or what would you do different if you had a chance to do it different with your rest and all that stuff. So don't just depend on me and extraordinaire. Let's hear what you got. Comment on it. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button, respond, comment. Let's engage and talk about these things because we. Like right now, again, especially because of the time we in, the temperature we're in, the weather, the climate we in, man, we need, it's stressful. It's very stressful and it's overwhelming. And again, time is moving fast. And I'm saying we got to really be focused and dedicated to, and matter of fact, I'll talk about that after we come back from it. Because we had before the show, me and Extraordinaire had a great conversation, man.
Yeah. Maybe we'll share some of that with them after the break.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, we had a great conversation.
All right. Hey, friends, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. You don't want to miss this, so don't leave. Check out our commercial.
All right, family. Now it's time to go deeper. This is the moment where we peel back the layers, challenge old thinking, and get real about what's truly holding us back and what can finally push us forward. So grab your journals, lean in, and don't just listen, engage. And if something resonates with you tonight, do us a favor, subscribe, like, and share this message with someone who needs it. Because the conversation we're having is bigger than us. This is the world premiere Word on the Streets.
When it comes to being focused, how determined are you? You know, sometimes we lose our way. We get lost in the abyss of misery. We don't think that we have what it takes to carry on. We work so hard day in and day out. We look at other people around us being very successful. And we're just saying to ourselves, why can't that be me? Why is it taking me so long to get the success I deserve? Why am I so far behind and everyone else is in front of me? But here you are. And you have to say to yourself, what do I do from this point? Well, you can't feel sorry now because sorry is not going to cut it. The regrets, yeah, they will come. You will constantly question yourself about what you have done in your life, but your life is still here, and you still have to live it. So it's time to get focused. I mean, really get focused. You have to tap into that restart of yourself and say, okay, here I am, and now I got to go to work again. But if I stay in neutral, I'm not going to get far. And if I stop, nothing will get done. So I have to start up, but not start over. Because you can't go back. You can only go forward. So here we are. The time is now, and the clock is ticking, and yet you got to keep moving forward.
All right, family, keep those comments flowing as we gear up for part 2 of the Burnout Gospel. While rest feels like rebellion, the movement continues. So take a breath, lean in, and let's get locked back into the rhythm of restoration.
Bruce Fletcher, as you were saying, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, we're like I said, as we come on this show, man, we both, we've been through some things. And we want really to help people, help people find a better way of moving, maneuvering through life, excuse me. We always say, we trying to prevent you from stepping on those landmines. So when we come on, we tell you some things that we have done, some things that we have tried, some things that we have went through. So, me and Extraordinary was talking about that today about, what with me, I was saying what I use. Someone always helped me through my situations, helped me improve myself. It was always me being humble and ready to receive that. But at the time, before, I didn't have trust. Before, I didn't have that trust and willing to believe what, that I guess because I deserve it. I don't think I said, that probably what I didn't deserve that or believe that would come towards me. That I can have those things or be that person, So I'm saying now that we're telling you these things, and so I had to work extra hard. But I'm telling you, if I had the things I had learned made things easy. The way that I was doing it the right way, and I worked hard. I worked hard, which caused problems in my marriage, caused problems in my life, caused problems in my job, caused problems because I was trying to figure it out. So when we come on here, you go on YouTube, we come on here, we're trying to give you ways to make it better so you can figure out things and work it out easier and better for you and your family, your loved ones. So that's what I wanted to say like that, because we were talking about how we did things, how we saw things through his eyes, and I saw things through my eyes. But with me, and I always said, someone always poured into me. But people can pour into you if you ain't ready to receive it, But now, the person I am now, that I'm humbly ready to receive it. But I know, like now I was talking about helping people. We were talking about, I always had that spirit to help somebody. But back then I was helping, I was giving too much of me. I was giving all of me. And when I was giving me, my cup was empty or half full, and I couldn't give. So now I understand now how over time, what to give of me and what not to give of me. And I'm saying, and making sure my cup is full, and that will come with rest. That's come with focus. That come filling mine up. Now I can come out and have somebody else fill theirs up. You know what I'm saying? Mine will overflow. Your cup overflows.
That clap wasn't for you to stop. That clap was letting you know everything you were saying was just good.
I'm just saying that like we come on. I'm just even like I'm just saying, so in our journey that we have, for me and Extraordinary, we talk about our journey, where we started at, and just to see, when people see things, y'all might come on and see us and say, man, you see the backgrounds, you see the names, you see the commercials, you see the video, you see all these things, but before it was none of this. You know what I'm saying? It was none of this. It was
none of this.
It was we was on a mic on the radio doing what I'm saying? I was horrible, yeah, but but like you said, we was moving forward. We kept moving forward, and we kept working with each other, talking to each other. When we got frustrated, when we were, hey, you might need to rest. That's you now. You got to go listen to yourself. You know what I'm saying? It was things that we two brothers came that worked together to get us to this, and celebrating each other. You know what I'm saying? That's another form of rest. That celebrating each other. You know what I'm saying? Letting you know, job well done. You know what I'm saying? Hearing that, relaxing your mind, relaxing that stuff right there. So all these things matter that we take for granted, you know what I'm saying? But when you're in that hustle, you're in that you're just going, and you're not sitting back, you're not getting accolades, you're not resting, and you're not getting that, and at the end of the day, you get to miss the journey. I tell Short that all the time. I'm like, it's happening. it was happening back then. It was a conversation. Me and Jordan had a conversation about this. And I remember when we went from radio to video to what was on first. We was on Facebook. Was it first or no? We went, yeah, and then
We made some changes.
we went through some changes to get here, and we're gonna make other changes. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, through the stress time and life was still happening while we were doing these things. But we, as we were doing this, we growing. You know what I'm saying? We growing and we getting better. We learning. Just like saying, talking about this rest, we had to learn. Like we can't build Rome in a day. You know what I'm saying? We can't build this house in a day. You know what I'm saying? We got to sit back, relax ourselves, and do it smarter and wiser. You know what I'm saying? Not just run into something and just start building. You know what I'm saying? No, we got to get the plans. We got to get the X-ray. We got to do the dirt. We got all this stuff we got to do before that. You know what I'm saying? So again, step back. We're getting frustrated. Let's go back. Let's rethink this. Let's clear our minds. So, and that comes with, like I said, rest. You know what I'm saying? All that is in the thing of rest. It ain't just sleeping all the time. It's other things that's resting your mind. You know what I'm saying? I just talk about sleep.
That's a good point, brother, because rest doesn't always mean sleep.
Yeah, it don't mean sleep. Yeah, it just don't mean.
You can rest, you can sit quietly and just relax yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You could sit quietly and think pleasant thoughts.
Take a
And
walk. Take a walk and just like
you
I
could
said,
take, oh man, that's my favorite right there.
take
Take
a
a
walk.
walk. Friends, if you all haven't tried walking, I'm not gonna lie to you. Walking is, for me, that's right up there with journaling.
Yeah.
It's the best therapy that I'm not a doctor, but if I was a doctor, I'm telling you from my personal experience, it's good. It's good for you. It's good for you mentally and emotionally.
Yes. Yes.
And writing down and being able to do those things and to have somebody that even when you are dealing with your own thoughts, you still need somebody, another real flesh person with blood in them that you can bounce off to.
Yeah.
What's really ticking you? You need to be able to express that to someone. I mean, as much as I love YouTube, and I do love YouTube, but every now and then I need to be able to talk to a person
Yeah.
with blood running up and down their body that can hear me and respond to me, another human to a human.
Mm-hmm.
So find that key person that you can have. And that's, to be honest, I know Keith Fletcher talk a lot about trust, but trust that's an expensive word. I'm not gonna lie to you all.
It's expensive. Yep, that's true.
That's an expensive word. So you have, not everybody, I'm not gonna unzip to anybody, you know, and you're not gonna unzip. There lies the problem. That's why you have to you do need to find somebody though.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean because you zipped up that, well, that mean I ain't gonna, no, it doesn't mean that at all. See, it's not a all or nothing thing. There are people out there. You just have to get out of your way. You have to get out of your own head. You have to get out your comfort zone, friends,
Yeah.
because there are communities out there. There are people like-minded out there just waiting for you to unzip so they can unzip. And Fletcher, give me just a moment because I want to share this with somebody who's tuned
Yeah,
in.
go ahead.
We just had a celebration, Kappa Psi fraternity for a UL 50th year celebration. Brothers from all over came back home, came back to the university, and everybody enjoying themselves, having a great time. And we're talking about, as the saying go, old war story, history, doing pledge and all the things we went through when we were pledging and everything, the sacrifice. And And these men are very successful men and feel very, very proud of their success, and they should. And I unzip a conversation about my experience of going through a divorce. And when I unzip, I'm telling you all the gospel. I'm telling you all the gospel. When I unzip and I was telling them just what I went through and how awful it felt in the years I felt it took from my life. Listen, y'all. Listen to me. Listen to what I'm getting ready to tell you. There was 4, 5, 6, and everybody. I mean, it was almost like a Oprah Winfrey show. Everybody was coming around and unzipping their experience. And I called Fletcher. I talked with Fletcher, and I was telling him about it. I say, man, and I felt like I should have shut my mouth because I was telling them what I went through when I heard some of the stuff they had gone through. But my point is, friends, there's a community. When you unzip, you will find out more than you can't find that out in your being in your own head. You really can't. Go ahead on, man.
Nah, man, you should put the clap on yourself right there, man. Nah, like you said, you really can't find it out in your own head. And take a village, like we said all the time, but the right village, the right. I agree with what you're saying. It take the right village and the right type of people. With me, I say for me, I've been around a lot of people, man. I want to say I'm Teflon done, but stuff like that, I done been through it all. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have a problem saying it because those things that I went through, I grew from. You know what I'm saying? I said if I went through those things, I still stayed where I was at, and never learned from it. That's a different story. But I'm not. I'm here to help someone, and I learned by telling somebody my testimony, which was a test, as we say, your testimony, man, you really can help other people, man. Like you said, unzip, sure enough, just say, by him opening that, man, just imagine how many guys is just like, wow, oh, you went through that? You know what I'm saying? To make you feel, because sometimes it's lonely, especially for men. We don't like to tell our business. We don't want to tell nobody. We want to keep that locked in. And
Very
then
proud.
very proud of being to open it up and say, man, yeah, this, and hearing that, man, it just is such a release in you keeping that. Because sometimes man, you can keep something inside, man, it would eat you up from the inside. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it was, man. Because I've been there, stuff that I remember when I was going through my divorce, when I lost my job and I was laying on the sofa, I felt like a bomb. You know what I'm saying? I really felt like useless. You know what I'm saying? And it took me everything for me just to get up, man. So to tell somebody,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Yeah,
yeah,
that's even more.
yeah. It,
So,
it really is.
so
And
that's
all of that, friend, we're still talking about, see, that burnout thing.
all
And
included in that. All that is,
yeah, go, go ahead on.
like, all of that is included in that burnout. All that's included in that. You know what I'm saying? See, once you release, now you can. If you got all that in you, you can't rest anyway. You know what I'm saying? So
That's right. That's
you can't
exactly
work.
right.
You can't work, function right. You can't. All that is there. So yeah, man.
All of that.
Yeah. And like I say, some people like we tell all the time, go get some professional help. Go get counseling, man. I've been admitted counseling plenty of times. And I'm saying it helped me over the time. I went through marriage, I went to single count by myself. So religion count, I went through all counseling, man, it helped me. You know what I'm saying? Letting it out and speaking to somebody, not keeping that locked in there, you know what I'm saying, holding that scar, that wound, you know what I'm saying, getting it healed. That's it.
Yeah.
We
And,
still
and just to add to that, I got to tell you all. So after unzipping like that at one of those evening meetings, so the last day, Fletcher, we go to church and brothers invited some of the older brothers to dinner. We went to this nice restaurant. And so after we was finishing with the party, that was pro basketball player, another guy. They pulled me to the side and they wanted to unzip some more about their divorce experience. And I say, wow. I told my wife, I say, man, whew, they had a lot to share. So it meant a lot to them. It's no telling how long they've been carrying that inside of them and needed a safe place. That's a key word, friends.
Safe. Yeah.
A safe place to unzip, air out. That's why Fletcher, that's why we suggest journaling. That's why we suggest walking. That's why we suggest affirmation. That's why we suggest setting still, reflection. See, all these things, you should be writing some of these things down or go back and play this YouTube episode again.
Yeah. And
Or
hit the,
even better yet,
you getting
even
out
better yet.
hit the like button, man. Comment because
Yeah, yeah, there you go, even better yet.
we unzipping right now, man. We unzipping. We pouring
Right,
ourselves out to you, man. So you like what we said, man. Hit the like button, smash the like button, and wherever you hit the like button, share this. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody need to hear this. Somebody, and I know you might take for granted you good, but somebody else might need to hear this in your community. So appreciate you if you share it. Hit the like button, man. So we get the algorithm. YouTube will push us out more. We trying to do our part, man, because we get quality stuff, man. I'm like again, it was showing there starting out with the commercial that again, I go back to that charger thing, man. That I got to go find it, but just the whole thing when we give it, man. So hit the like button. We
right.
appreciate you. Thank
But we're not done yet, friend. We got a few more minutes left in the
you. Yeah,
show, and we're excited that you all join in. And Fletcher and I, uh, if some of you all are a little disappointed, Vincent isn't here. He apologized to the community, and sometimes things take place, and we can't. And look, we can't be in two places at one time.
but the show
But
must go on too.
the
But the show
show must go on,
must go on.
and we're giving you some things that we believe will help you move forward in your life.
Mm,
So when if you're in this situation, which according to the studies, 92% of people are, focus in on you, friends. Focus in on you.
mm.
I know it's an overused phrase about staying in your own lane, stay in your lane. That's a good phrase, but very few people do that. We hear cliches all the time, Fletcher, but very few people stay in their own lane.
Hey, like they say on the plane, put your mask on first. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put
Yeah,
your mask on first. Yeah.
yeah. We're so busy looking to the left at someone else and trying to imitate the person to the left, the person to the right. And as I said, matter of fact, let me say this. I got to give a shameless plug, folks. You all see in the background the blind truth. If you don't know about the blind truth, friends, you need to check out Keith Fletcher YouTube channel called The Blind Truth. Just like he's putting on some golden nuggets here on World Premiere Word on the Streets, imagine you get 100% of that and more on The Blind Truth. And if you miss The Blind Truth, you could catch him on Facebook, Mr. Gotta Get Your Mind Right.
Mm,
You could catch Fletcher Facebook, The Blind Truth. And I also understand you could catch him on TikTok too, friends. So you have these opportunities to get some meat when you're hungry. And in my background, as you all see, I have welcome to the conversation. I
mm-hmm.
do a show at least once a week, and I can't give it to you like Fletcher, but I can give you what has been given to me to give to you. In any case, we come to you, friends, and we give you the best that we have because we believe in what we say to you. We live what we say to you, and we're passionate about what we say to you. Go ahead on, brother.
Well, let me say this. And I'm a lot older than extraordinaire there, but young and everything. I'm 57 years old. My father been divorced, been married to. I got 5 kids. I got a granddaughter. Been in multiple states in the military. Went to college. I done seen some things. You know what I'm saying? I've been through some things. Been in jail, did some bad things, good things, life, but I've been seen some things and been through some things. You know what I'm saying? Ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? I can write a book, has stage 4 cancer. I'm legally blind. You know what I'm saying? I done lost everything multiple times. You know, so in short now, I'm just speaking for me right now, short can speak for herself. But I've been through some things and I overcome a lot of things. I have overcome a lot. You know what I'm saying? I done failed school. I had to move got kicked out of the state of Louisiana. I had to go to Texas because I was a troublesome kid. You know what I'm saying? So to be here, the Most High, I'll praise it to him to bless me to be here and be still in my kid's life. You know, me and my ex-wife, we friends. You know, family. I got, just, and I know I done changed people's lives. So to be here right now, doing it extraordinary, say the blind truth. Got to get your mind right. YouTube, TikTok, showing there to come, welcome to the conversation. Then we do world premiere, word on the streets. We on, we building, we building, and then we got family. And as we grow, you grow, so coming on here, you might think it's nothing, but it's the stuff before. Coming on the show is easy. Doing what we're doing right now is easy. It's the stuff before, prepare was the hard. Getting here was the hard part. What happened before here and make sure that we're here. But getting on here, talking, y'all can see me and Sean there love to talk. So you know what I'm saying? We have no problem talking and stuff like that. So, but all the stuff Sean there said, again, I want to commend him. Can you hit the claps for me? For him, I want to commend him on the things that he do. It wouldn't be no word on the streets how Sean there do the editing, the commercials, even teaching me things. So even the reason I got my back on because extraordinary. You know what I'm saying? He leads the way in a lot of things. It's not a competition. It's about
No, not at all.
it's building and creating together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We trying to build something together, and like I said, we celebrate each other. Like I said, in the conversation, you need to go check him out. He has his style. I has my style. You know what I'm saying? And we both try to take a little bit from each other, but we still
That's right.
we still
That's right.
do ourselves.
And here's the thing about it, friends. What we do and what we want to do, when I hear Fletcher talk, see, that's like good cooking in the kitchen.
Mm.
And I can't wait to go serve some of that. Boy, with that smell. You know when you go in a home and the aroma of the smell, all that season, it smells good. Wow, man, I can't wait till that food is cooked, till it's done. And you want to serve it up.
Yeah.
See, that's what we want to do. That's what we do here on this platform. We bring all of what we have and we want to serve it to you.
Yeah, well said.
And we look forward to this, to be perfectly honest with you all. We look forward to world premiere Word on the Streets. Doing our thing individually, that's great. But coming on here together,
yeah,
on Thursday at 7:30,
yeah.
that's world premiere Word on the Streets.
If you want to see me on my show, I'm always start off pushing word premiere on the street. This is the foundation. You know what I'm saying? This is the flagship. This is it. So yeah, but it's all exciting. Like I said, we going forward, and we just want, like I said, we want to build a community. We want to bring some people with us. We want to bring you with you. You know what I'm saying? And we know it's on us to win you over. So that's why we show up every Thursday, 7:30, and we here to give you a show and help someone overcome this thing called life. Because I know it get hard. It get hard.
That's right.
Hard, and I've been through some hard things, but hey, man, it's all about the journey. I tell Short that all the time, man. Like, it's happening. You know what I'm saying? It's happening. I'm excited it's happening because, my grandmother used to say all the time, man, you ain't got no problem. And my mom, boy, you ain't got no problem. They got some people with problems that they'll give to you, be trying to give it back. Oh no, let me get mine. Nah, they're gonna take it and walk off. You ain't got no problem. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. So that's it, man. And so me and Troy, like I say, when Thursday come, we're excited. You know what I'm saying? We're excited to do this. We're excited to serve you. That's what our job is. We're excited humbly serving ourselves, giving this to you. And we thank you.
I want to say two things, Fletcher. We miss Ladiana tonight, and we miss Selena tonight. So we just want to let you all know that you guys were missed by Fletcher and I, because they've always been so faithful out there in the chat room. In any case, we thank you all for tuning in tonight. Make sure, don't forget, friends, hit like, subscribe, and share World Premiere Word on the Streets with your friends. You want a last word, Fletcher, and we're going to drive.
Again, also to come, welcome to the conversation on YouTube, Blind
Thank
Truth.
you, friends.
Like I said, we got some things coming, man. We like Extraordinaire got his journals. No, he don't like to talk about his things, man. I tell him all the time, man. He got some nice journals, man, that he created, man. That he have a plethora of things that you have, man. You need to check my brother out with the journal, especially the affirmations and different ones. They lively, man. So he got shirts, he got he got some products. So we got something to give you, man. Something here, there's something to inspire. But we growing, and we're getting better. You know what I'm saying? So I want to thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. So we appreciate you. Just hit the like button. It don't cost anything to hit the like. It don't cost anything to share. We got with all this negative things going on in the world, we just try to do our part, you know what I'm saying, in a positive way to help, especially the young men, the young women. We trying to do our part for them. That's it.
Thank you all, everybody. And good night. See you all. Oh, happy Halloween, too. We'll see y'all tonight.
And that wraps up another powerful episode of World Premiere Word on the Streets. We're live every Thursday evening at 7:30 Central Standard Time, and we'd love to have you join us again. So take a moment to subscribe, tap that like button, and become part of this growing community. Until next time, guard your thoughts, speak only what you truly want to experience, and stay laser focused on what matters. Your words shape your world, and your mindset fuels your mission. We'll see you again, same time, same place, right here on World Premiere Word on the Streets, where truth meets transformation. Stay strong, stay grounded, and as always, stay true.